Thanks, everyone. It's an absolute honour to introduce Professor David Goldstein, who works as a clinical professor at the University of New South Wales. His work focuses on clinical trials and laboratory research in rare gastrointestinal cancer, with a particular interest in pancreatic cancer. David has been awarded the John Salzburg OAM Award for Excellence in Clinical Trial Research from the Australasian Gastrointestinal Trials Group and the Cancer Institute, New South Wales. He is truly one of Australia's brightest minds in pancreatic cancer research, and it gives me great pleasure in introducing him today to this BBG forum. There's a lot more I could say about Professor Goldstein. However, please know you're really amongst one of the best in oncology. Thank you so much.
So it's impossible to follow Adele. I must admit, when I first met her, I thought, this is a nice, bubbly, positive person. We're going to make a good team. We're going to work together well to deal with this. But I had no idea what a force of nature I was going to be partnering with on this particular journey. And just everything you've heard today and everything that has led to today reinforces just what a remarkable person she is, and willing to show the raw emotion and the raw experience that a cancer journey will have for people is both inspirational and makes people like me and Claire stop and reflect, because sometimes you just get caught up in the journey and the work. And every so often it's good to stop and reflect and realize the holistic care of a person, and that a person has a whole life totally outside that 45 minutes that we meet at regular intervals to review how they are. So Adele, it's becoming even more of a pleasure to share this journey with you. But now, just to get focused on why we're here, as Adele said, rare cancers individually are very rare, but cumulatively they represent a major problem. And learning how to deal with it is a challenge. So when a person with a rare cancer comes to me, the first challenge is to be open and say, we don't know enough about this problem, but there are ways to deal with it. It's not about me, the individual doctor. It's about the collective, the group that works together, that shares interests, that comes from many different perspectives and formulates a way forward with treatment through their collective experience and the experience of others and an understanding of biology. And that's why cancer death rate is falling. That's why treatments are improving, because of that collective endeavour. But occasionally, some people really stand out because they're movers and shakers. And that's why I'm very pleased to introduce Claire Scott to you to give you an overview of this area. So I first met Claire about a decade ago when we realized we were both trying to get rare cancers organized and formulated as an entity. And very rapidly, she took over and led this group, as she usually does. She's a formidable person and a very unusual one, to be both an internationally recognized clinician and an internationally recognized scientist in one person. It's not only very uncommon, but extremely hard to achieve that balance, and a work-life balance, which she also seems to manage remarkably. But most importantly, in addition to being a professor of gynecological oncology, head of the Australian Gynecological Oncology Group, and part of the International Gynae Oncology Group, her other hat is rare cancers. And she's been an incredible motivator, both within the community and the scientific community, both here and internationally, to try and harness the willingness of people to understand better how to treat and who to treat and when to treat and why to treat. So I really think I want to hand over to her and let her give you a thumbnail word picture of the issues and how to solve them.